In a world divided by class, power, and privilege, a young prince once walked away from his palace, leaving behind wealth, comfort, and destiny in search of truth. That prince was none other than Siddhartha Gautama, who later became known as the Buddha, the Awakened One. His teachings went beyond religion. They formed one of the earliest moral frameworks that treated all beings, human or not, as equally deserving of compassion and dignity. While empires built laws of power, Buddha built a law of kindness, a vision where justice begins not with judgment, but with empathy. The world Buddha was born into, around the 5th century BCE, India was a land of kingdoms and rituals, where rigid caste hierarchies decided one's fate right from their birth. Priests and rulers claimed divine rights, and suffering was seen as destiny, a debt from past lives. But Siddhartha questioned it all. Why do people suffer? Why are some born to pain while others live in luxury? Is suffering inevitable, or can it be overcome? His quest led him to renounce his royal life, to meditate under the Bodhi tree, and to awaken to a profound realization that suffering is universal, that its root lies in ignorance and desire, and that liberation begins in the heart through compassion, wisdom, and non-harm. The ethical foundation, Karuna and Ahimsa. At the heart of Buddhist ethics are two radiant principles, Karuna and Ahimsa. Karuna, meaning compassion, is the ability to feel the pain of another as your own. It asks not for sympathy, but for active empathy, a moral commitment to reduce the suffering of others. Ahimsa, meaning non-harm, teaches that every act of violence in thought, word, or deed creates ripples of pain that return to us. To harm another is to harm oneself, for all beings are bound by the same web of existence. Unlike philosophies built around hierarchy or divine command, Buddhism declared that moral truth flows from awareness, from the simple recognition that all beings wish to live and none wish to suffer. Equality beyond the caste. One of the most radical aspects of the Buddha's message was his rejection of social hierarchy. He opened his community, the Sangha, to all, kings and beggars, men and women, regardless of caste or birth. In doing so, he became one of the first thinkers to articulate the idea of spiritual equality. In his eyes, a person's worth was not inherited. It was cultivated through ethical action, mindfulness, and compassion. This moral democracy was revolutionary for its time, and it quietly sowed the seeds for the modern idea that dignity does not depend on status, but on being human. The middle way, ethics beyond extremes. Buddhist ethics reject both indulgence and denial. Instead, they teach the middle way, a path of balance between excess and deprivation. Morality, for Buddha, was not about blind obedience to rules, but about understanding cause and consequence. Actions motivated by greed, hatred, or ignorance lead to suffering for self and others. Actions guided by love, generosity, and awareness lead to freedom. The famous Eightfold Path captures this in practical steps: right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Each is not a commandment, but a discipline, a way to live consciously, ethically, and with care. Compassion as justice. In Buddhist thought, justice does not arise from punishment, but from understanding. There are no others, no outsiders, for all beings are interconnected. Buddha compared the world to a great net, where every being is a jewel reflecting the rest. To shatter one jewel is to dim the entire web. This moral vision redefines justice itself, not as retribution, but as restoration, not as vengeance, but as compassion. Centuries later, these ideas shaped the philosophies of nonviolence and human rights that inspired leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., and the Dalai Lama. The universalization of compassion. As Buddhism spread across Asia to Sri Lanka, China, Japan, Tibet, and beyond, its message transformed cultures. Monasteries became centers of learning, artists painted compassion into walls, and kings inscribed the Buddha's words onto stones. One of the greatest examples was Emperor Ashoka of India. Once a ruthless conqueror, transformed by the Buddha's message of non-harm, he banned unnecessary animal slaughter, promoted religious tolerance, and sent emissaries of peace instead of armies. Ashoka's edicts, carved in stone, stand as some of the earliest written human rights statements, calling for kindness, fairness, and respect for all life. Legacy in modern thought. Buddhist ethics influenced not only religion, but human philosophy itself. Its principles of compassion, empathy, and nonviolence would later shape secular humanism, pacifism, and social justice movements. Modern humanitarian ideals, from animal rights to the recognition of universal dignity, all carry traces of Buddhist compassion. In a world that still struggles with conflict and inequality, Buddha's message remains both simple and revolutionary, that peace is not the absence of war, but the presence of compassion. Conclusion: over 2,500 years ago, Buddha taught that, in this world, hatred never ceases by hatred, but by love. This is the eternal law. His wisdom transcended borders, cultures, and time. It taught humanity that justice begins with empathy, that equality is born from understanding, and that the truest freedom comes from freeing others from suffering. For in the heart of compassion, we find the purest expression of human rights.